Well, hi everybody. I want to thank any of you who are still there tuning in for having an immense amount of patience with us today. We've had so much trouble with something technological, but we're not sure what it is. So we're trying it from my iPad instead of my iPhone. So first of all, we're probably going to go over today because we're starting so late. And I just want to let you guys know that if you write in, I want to win, you'll be eligible to win a roll of our Bowdabra scrunchy ribbon.
Kelly says yay.
Oh, thank you for sticking with me.
And Linda says hi, Sandy.
Oh, hi, Linda. Oh, cool. I can see now that it's actually working. So that's cool. So anyway, you guys, remember, if you say I want to win, you'll have a chance to win our Bowdabra scrunchy ribbon, a roll of it. We pick one person, and then taking my red scrunchy ribbon and just putting that into my Mini Bowdabra, and then taking some of my silver. And I just love, you can hear it and know why we call it scrunchy ribbon, and the gold. And you can layer as much or as little of it into your Mini Bowdabra. And now I'm gonna just take my wire, pull it through my slip knot, put tight while it's still in the Bowdabra, separate the ends, bring it around. Now the wire, I can actually, because it is a wire, I can just twist it. Isn't that cool? So this is my favorite ribbon, and that's why we're giving away one roll every week on our Facebook Lives. So now, are we still live, guys?
Yes.
Okay, good, because I'm so paranoid after it not working for so many times. So now, one of the things I did here, because this is a really...
Scarlett says, yay, you're on. So good to see you.
Thank you, Scarlett. I know we had a little bit of technical difficulties today, and poor Jacob is having to hold my iPad to film because the stabilizer we normally use won't fit my iPad. So what I've done is I've just taken some of these grippy things and put the grippy side on the bottom and the grippy side on the top. Just put them together because that holds my Bowdabra, my Bowdabra more in still, so it doesn't slide all over. So now I'm going to take some of my Bowdabra bow wire, and so let anybody that went to the Creativation show this past weekend in Phoenix, and I'm just going to lay this down and just kind of tuck the ends so they stay out of my way. Then I have, let's see, we've got 35 inches. This is a 2.5 inch, no, it's a 2-inch wide ribbon. So what I'm going to do with this is fold it in half, and I'm going to take the wrong side of my ribbon and put that facing down. Then I'm going to fold this back over here. And again, I'm taking the right side of, I said the wrong side of my ribbon, guys, but I meant the right side of my ribbon. And
Teresa says, hey y'all, from Georgia.
From where? Georgia?
Yeah.
Hey, Teresa. Thank you so much for joining us. So now we're gonna just scrunch this under here. So again, the right side of the ribbon is gonna go down. So now I have two equal, like an X. So now I'm gonna take the bottom loop and scrunch that into my mini.
Linda says, no, but I watched you go around to vendors. That was fun.
Oh, cool. I'm glad you got to see that. So it was a really interesting show. And so now I'm going to take this piece, and I have, let's see, how long is
Lisa
this?
says, hi, I'm so glad to be watching.
Oh, Lisa, thank you so much for joining me. So here I have 22.5 inches long, and I believe this is 1.5 inches wide. So again, I'm going to fold it in half, and we're going to make...
Marlene says, hello from Louisiana.
Hi, Marlene from Louisiana. Thank you so much for joining me. And you guys, if it's your first time watching, please let me know. So now I'm just going to do exactly the same thing with this ribbon.
Fonda says, I was teaching my 6-year-old twins how to make a bow on the Bowdabra.
Oh, that's so cool, Vonda. Did they have fun? I love doing it with kids because they can make, and I let them go and be really creative, because sometimes kids will come up with new design ideas that we would never even think of with our closed adult idea minds. Okay, now I have this little last piece here that is 7 inches long, and I believe it's a 1.5 inch.
Wanda
Nope, it's a
says,
1 inch.
oh yay, they loved it.
Oh, awesome. You'll have to share. Are you guys, if you go to Facebook and look for the Bowdabra fan gallery, and please share the bows that the twins made. I would love to see them. So again, I'll just scrunch that in here.
Teresa says it's her first time watching.
Oh, Teresa, thanks so much for watching. How did you hear about us?
Anne says, love that foil.
Oh, and me too. So I'm going to pull this all up here, separate the ends, and then just bring it around to the back. And the nice thing with the wire is, even though it is a wire, it's really easy to just tie and knot. And then I can just take this and tie it onto a headband. And if I were going to put it on this headband, what I do when I'm tying onto a headband is I look for this seam in the headband. Then I take one end of my Bowdabra bow wire and go in right next to the seam on the right side of the headband. Then you come through to the wrong side of the headband and bring it right back through on the other side of the seam.
Manon says, hi from New Brunswick, Canada. Just received a small and large Bowdabra.
Oh, so cool. Thank you so much. So now I'm going to just tie the knot. So this way it's on the wrong, it'll be not against, the knot won't be against the head of a little girl that likes her Texas-sized hair bows. So now let's just shape this. And so how super simple and pretty is that? You can put it around a little baby's head, and it's just it'll be so great, a great addition to your little baby photographs or little girl photographs. So now I'm going to put this one aside and clean everything
Jeannie
up here.
says, that's super cute.
Oh, Jeannie, thank you. Jeannie posted some really beautiful bows in the Bowdabra fan gallery. So if you're not already a member, please go to the Bowdabra fan gallery and ask to join, and then you can share all of your great crafts and hair bows and regular bows and wreaths with everybody in the fan gallery. It's really fun to see all the other creations that people in our community make. So I'm going to fold this in half. Don't forget to say I want to win. We have a lot of people saying they want to win. Good. I can't see. I'm going crazy.
Kelly and Gail say so cute. Linda says so cute. She loves the colors.
Oh, Gail, Kelly, Linda, thank you, you guys. Now this one is just a little tiny headband.
Marlene says adorable.
So I'm going to stick. Thank you, Marlene. Thank you, everybody. So first I put my wire in, then I put my headband in. Then I have, this piece is 9 inches long by about 3, it's about a 3-inch wide, but the cool thing with this ribbon is I can pull it out and give it different shapes. And we've already dovetailed the ends, but just in case, in order to, if you're new, to dovetail, we fold it in half and we cut it at an angle from the corner in to the fold. And that gives you your great little pointed ends here that we call a dovetail. So I'm just gonna fold this in half and put this down in the middle. And now let's see, this piece, I've already dovetailed it, and it's 7.5 inches long. So I'll just, by 2.5 inches wide, fold it in half, find the
Kelly Legamba Palovich would love to win in all caps.
Oh, Kelly, cool. Well, we picked the winner right near the end of the show, and because I started late today, I'm going to run late because I don't think that's fair. We had technical difficulties. I want you guys to see all the bows that we've created. So now I have this.
Diana Torres says she's watching from Laredo, Texas.
Oh, wow. Okay, 14.5 inches. And so now I'm going to just put this in and fold it back. And you would put the right side of the ribbon down, but because this doesn't have a wrong side or a right side, it doesn't really matter. So now I'm going to take this piece of ribbon that matches the ribbon I used before, and that's 18.5 inches, and I believe I said it was a 2.5 inch wide ribbon. Yes, it is. So now, again, I'm going to fold it in half, and this technique works for really any kind of bow, and it's great for getting rid of your scrap ribbon. because it gives you a really good use for any kind of scraps. So just scrunch that down in there. And
Angela Surratt wants to win and she's watching from Comanche, Oklahoma.
oh, well, where is Comanche, Oklahoma? 2.5 inches by 2.5 inches. So we're just going to scrunch that down into the middle. And then I have this piece of our Bowdabra rhinestone, which is 8. It's got 8 rows, but we cut 3 rows and made it, let's see.
Michelle Anderson likes that ribbon.
5.5 inches. Thank you, Michelle. I do too. I love it. So now, my wand.
Tammy Harsh DeHaven is watching from Pennsylvania.
Oh, really? We're in Pennsylvania. It's been cold up there from what I've seen on the news. Scrunch. I know that in Massachusetts there was really bad snowstorm and winds.
Angela said she's about 30 miles from Tulsa.
Oh, okay. Thanks, Angela. Now I have a better, are you north, south, east, or west of Tulsa? So now I'm just going to bring this around and I'm just going to tie it off and then tie a knot. And
Fonda says she's going to pick up her Mini Bowdabra tomorrow.
oh, cool. Was that Vonda?
Yes.
Well, great. Now, Vonda, you're a member of our Bowdabra fan gallery, aren't you? So hopefully you'll be able to show us in the fan gallery what you make with your Mini Bowdabra. So isn't that cute? And it just makes a really cute, super simple, one step in the Mini Bowdabra headband. I was watching somebody do a demo today for some ribbons and making a bow, and I couldn't believe how many times they had to take the needle nose pliers and twist the wire. But with the Bowdabra and the bow wire, it's like super simple.
Peggy says hello from Texas.
Hi, Peggy.
Angela says sorry about 30 miles from the Texas border, the southern part.
Oh, okay.
Jeannie says I love that bow and those ribbons are so versatile.
Thank you, Jeannie. I know they are very versatile. Well, silver and black is kind of like anything goes.
Fonda says I will. Michelle Anderson says that is gorgeous. And then Michelle Cuevas says -8 this morning.
Oh my gosh. And I'm complaining because what is it here, like 40? Or no, 50. Isn't it 50s? It's in the 50s. And I've got my hat and my turtleneck. So you can see what a wimp I am. So now we're going to make another one. I'm taking my Bowdabra bow wire. I'm just going to tuck that in here. And this is a real,
Debbie Ward is watching from Kentucky.
Oh, wow. We're in Kentucky, Peggy. So 16.5 inches by 1.5
Frances
inches.
Shellnut says so pretty.
Thank you, Frances. So now we're going to kind of mix this beautiful silk chiffon kind of ribbon with our Bowdabra scrunchy ribbon. So I'm just going to, again, I'm putting the right side.
Rhiannon Plord says she loves the way you mix and match that bow.
Thank you so much. That's what I love about Bowdabra is there's 2 things that are like I absolutely love. One is how you can mix and match and you can use up all your scraps because all of those were just scraps of ribbon. So it's so cool. So we're very eco-friendly here. Oh, I need to tell you how much scrunchie I'm using.
Fonda says that it was -8 in Michigan this morning.
Too cold for me. Way too cold.
Joy Allen says she's watching from Auburn, Alabama.
Oh! So Auburn, Alabama, what's the football team? Help me. I'm forgetting the football.
Auburn and then Alabama.
And Alabama. Oh, both of them?
Yeah.
Oh, see? Shows you what I know. So who do you root for, Auburn or Alabama? Okay, so now we just scrunch that in there. I'm going to take my wand and just scrunch it all. And bring it here and pull it through my slip knot. And let's see. So we can, we'll be picking a winner in just a few minutes, but we're going to still keep going because we had the technical difficulties getting started. So probably pick our scrunchy roll of ribbon in about 5 minutes. So,
Joy says that she supports Auburn, LOL.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we could get in some pretty good football rivalries on here, I bet. Okay, isn't that cute? So it's just, and you can tie that onto a
Michelle Austin says she loves all of your designs and ideas.
Oh, Michelle, thank you. Well, a lot of them are Michael, but Michael and I collaborate on some stuff because Michael's over here with his little boy in the hat. With everybody here except Vivi. Camera comes out, Vivi goes running away. And she's the most photogenic of us all. So now...
Debbie Rodriguez says, love my Bowdabra and hello from the Bay Area.
Oh, where? Which Bay Area? Is that Bay Area Northern California, Bay Area Southern California? Or... No, well, we're asking, so she'll be able to come back and tell me.
Jeannie says, super fun and cute, love it. Mayella Rafael Fierro says, hi, love Bowdabra.
Thank you, Mayella. How long have you guys had your Bowdabras?
Fonda says, how did you get started? Angela, so cute.
How did I get started with Bowdabra? Well, it's kind of a long story. I'll start making this bow. So let me just measure this for you guys. I had a corporate gift business and I couldn't make bows. And I would have to hire people to make my bows for me. So and then I was also teaching how to, this is a yard long and it's a 1.5 inch wide ribbon. So I'm gonna fold it in half. And this is the same on both sides, but if you had a right side and a wrong side, you would make sure you put your right side down.
Peggy Cross says hello. It's her first time watching and that she's from Mobile, Alabama.
Oh, thank you for joining us, Peggy. And how did you hear about us? Okay, so now I'm gonna fold this back over here and, whoops. And then I'm just gonna put this, again, the right side is gonna go down. So now I have an X. And so I'm going to put my bottom.
Debbie answered the Bay Area east of San Francisco.
Oh, I grew up in Walnut Creek and went to high school in Berkeley. So I know that area very, very well.
Man Implored said, hi, Michael.
Who said hi to Michael?
Man Implored.
Who?
She's got ordered the 2 Bowdabras from Canada.
Oh, wow. Okay, cool.
Kelly Sharp Cloth says, I was so sad the Saints lost.
Oh, well, there's always next year. That's the good thing about sports. Okay, so I have 1 yard. I believe we have 2 yards here. We do. No, 1 yard and 32 inches. And these ribbons, I'm just layering them together. And they are, I believe, a 1/2 inch wide. So I'm just going to start with a little tail here. And they're the same on both sides. So all I have to do is just kind of loop them. And I'm not worried about the loops being even at all. I'm just going to fold it. And I'm only twisting it because it will allow me to put more material into my Mini Bowdabra. So actually, let me make sure that I layer these correctly. And fold it back over. And twist. And I'm just going to do the same thing here. So we're going to twist that there. And I love this because you can put in 3 ribs at a time, which gives it a little different look than layering the ribbons. So I'm just going to fold that back over here and twist it and bring it back around, twist it and scrunch it on in there. And make my other loop and twist it and put everything, whoops, in here. Fold it back and twist it. And I'll make 1 more loop and then I'm just going to leave them as tails. So bring it all in here and scrunch my 3 ribbons down into my Mini Bowdabra. Definitely going to need my wand to push everything down. And now I'm going to take my wire and, whoopsie daisy, and pull this through my slip knot. I'm holding my bow down so that when I pull it, it'll be really tight while it's still in the Bowdabra.
Tammy asked, how about fabric bows? Do you make any of those?
Yes, absolutely. The only difference between fabric bows and ribbon bows is like this is really just a fabric cut thin. This is basically like a kind of almost not a burlap, muslin. It's kind of almost like a muslin. So you can really use any kind of fabric. So let me bring this around to the back. And I'm going to tie a knot because I want this to be really tight. And I can tie this Let me move everything here. I can tie this onto a ponytail holder.
Make sure everybody says they want to win.
Okay, and in just like a minute, I think we do the random thing to figure out who the winner is?
Yes.
So in 1 second, Michael is going to announce who the winner is. And when you find out who it is, make sure that you just PM me and let me know your mailing address and your email address. So PM Bowdabra. So we're just gonna bring this around to the front. Oops, I'm doing it backwards. And I'm just gonna like separate all of these little loops. And there's no rhyme or reason to how I'm doing it. It's just the way my fingers are pulling it apart. Like that. And pull these out here. Oops. And pull these loops. And so now you have a really, really colorful, cute little bow. So simple to make. And actually, I think, now that I did this, I hadn't planned on it, but I might actually wrap that around and then glue that on there. And you have a cute little ponytail holder.
Marlene said you can add a wire edge to fabric for custom ribbons if you own a serger.
Oh, okay.
Linda said, oh, have a bunch of old t-shirts I should cut up.
Oh yeah, you can definitely use the t-shirts.
Jeannie, Michelle, and Carla both said that the bow was pretty.
Thank you. And now we're gonna make a flower bow. These are my favorite because they're so simple.
Myella says she would love it for her granddaughter.
Oh, the scrunchy ribbon or the Bowdabra?
The last bow, I think.
Oh, the bow, yeah. Well, it's so easy. You can make it for your granddaughter. So now, and again, if you're watching and you're new to watching our live, please let me know. And let me know also if you're watching the replay. So here I have...
Do you want to announce the winner?
Yes, Michael. Okay, so go ahead and... Michael, who's the winner?
The winner is Amber Holt Perlata.
Wow, congratulations, Amber. Congratulations, you're our winner this week. So just make sure you PM Bowdabra and send me your mailing address and your email address, and I'll get the ribbon out to you no later than tomorrow, because today we have no mail. So I'm actually going to make this in my Big Bowdabra. We haven't used the Big Bowdabra Feeling Lonely. We haven't used it today. So I'm folding my wire in half, laying it down, and I'm just tucking the ends underneath. And now I've got, this is a 5-inch wide.
Angela said congrats, Amber.
Yay, Amber. Thank you, Angela, for congratulating her. So now I've got how much? 25 inches. So all I'm going to do is just the way we did with our scrunchy ribbon. I'm just going to scrunch this in. And the tool's so pretty and it gives such a delicate feel. So now I'm going to take my petals. Now the petals, we make the ends pointed, and you can do any color petal you want. These petals are 5.5 inches long. So I'm just going to fold them in half and scrunch them right down into my regular Bowdabra. And they're all the same size, about 5.5 inches, and just scrunch those down. And then I have 6 petals here, and these are almost 4 inches. They're more like 3.5. And we curve the ends for the petals. So the leaves all have pointed ends, but the petals are curved. Now, if you're making a poinsettia, then you would want your petals to be pointed. And the magnolia ones, you just make the petals a little longer. So depending on the flower you're making, that's how you'll adapt the size of your petals and whether they're pointed or whether they're curved. So I just think this makes such a beautiful little headband. Then they have these 2 last pieces that are 2.5 inches by 1 inch wide. Now the trick on doing your petals and your leaves for your bow is to have wired ribbon, because the wired ribbon makes it much easier to shape. Oh, I mean my regular Bowdabra one. Much easier to shape your bow. So now I'm just going to pull this up. So how many of you already make flowers in your Bowdabra? So I'm going to pull this through my slip knot, hold it tight while it's still in the Bowdabra, pull it out. I'm going to separate my ends, bring them around to the back, and find the hole. There we go. And now I'm just going to tie a knot. My tool is getting all caught in there. So I'm going to tie a knot right here. And next week, you guys, we are going to be live from Catherine's collection, the World Trade Center. And if you go,
World Market.
I mean market. I said World Trade Center, didn't I? It's the World Market in Las Vegas. And when you, oh my gosh, it's going to be worth signing in, watching just to see. They're absolutely, so I'm just going to kind of push this up here to shape my flower and pull my leaves around and my petals. Whoops. And isn't that so pretty? And then you can just tie it onto a headband. And again, I'll really quickly show you how I do my headband. Just pull it through on the right side, bring it in here, and then bring it over the seam and back through. And then I just tie it onto my headband. And this way, there's nothing brushing against the little girl's head. And clip the ends. Oops. And now, just have a really pretty headband. Isn't that cute? So again, I want to thank you guys so much for putting up with our technical difficulties we had at the beginning of the show and for hanging in there with us. And again, next week, it is going to be so cool coming from the market. We're going to be live. We're going to show you some beautiful, beautiful florals and holiday trees and everything from Christmas to Mardi Gras and Halloween. And it's going to be so much fun. And their ribbons are amazing. You guys are going to flip out just seeing the way that their showroom is decorated, the things that they have in their showroom. So I'm so excited and honored to be able to come live from Catherine's collection to you guys. So we'll see you next week. Bye.